Hello, it's Classy here, back with another Tribes video, and today I'm joined by Bert, and we're on his account as we showcase his UR Itachi, the reanimated version. So welcome to the video. We can see we have a level 91 Itachi with 68,000 power, 5 stars, and tier 17. And as always, we'll get started with the art. So feel free to chime in with any of your thoughts. How do you feel about this 5-star art?
I love the art. I think the art's sick. I think it's probably one of my favorites in the game, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I like the detail they put into the flames for this, including the Susanoo in the background. But I don't think this is like absolutely the best one. I think the Itachi might have a better one in the same theme. All right, that should be good for the arts. Let's take a look at the stats. Okay, so we see we have very high critical rate and damage increase rate, and everything else is pretty normal stats wise, except the critical suppression rate is a bit lower. So have you felt like any noticeable differences in damage output because of this?
I think that he hits like moderate to slightly above average. I don't think he's an extremely good nuker in terms of pure damage output, but I mean like a cleanup in a cell as a lax unit, he's not a bad option.
Yeah, and how about the defense? Because like critical suppression rate is more defense oriented for him.
Yeah.
Is he squishy?
I think that like up front before he starts the jutsu, like it can be a bit wishy-washy depending on RNG, but yeah, like as the match goes on, I think he really starts to shine there and kind of help not just himself but other A units survive hits they usually wouldn't survive.
Okay, cool. All right, let's move on to link bonuses really quickly then. All right, so Sasuke and Madara, who's actually just Obito, lower rise, are just clan members, and Madara might be a little hard to get. The Kabuto and Orochimaru are kind of like people he's dealt with, and people who have like reanimation abilities, I guess. So those two should be easy to get. And then Nagato and Naruto, they were in like the same reanimation arc together and interacted with each other during the war. So Nagato, did they make him free? I think they did, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not sure what banner, but
and KCM is free too in the shop, so the links are pretty easy to get, I guess.
yeah, Madara is probably the hardest.
All right. Let's go to Jutsu then. Alright, Jutsu 1, Special Ninjutsu's Yasuka Beads. Deal single target damage to one enemy with a 35% chance to stun them. Boost damage increase rate by 18% for all ally attack shinobi. Damage reduction rate by 22% for all ally attack shinobi. And then lowers damage increase rate by 22% for all enemy defense shinobi. And lowers damage reduction rate by 17% for all enemy defense shinobi. So I keep forgetting this guy has a stun, but now I remember. So that's definitely a benefit. And the jutsu, in my eyes, kind of requires a little bit of building around to be the most effective. But since a lot of people use defense shinobi in arena, at least the second half of the skill will always be useful, but it's not permanent.
Yeah, I kind of view it as like an A unit Mitsuki type jutsu.
Yeah. It would probably be a little bit helpful to have some kind of build around that could
Yeah,
benefit.
for sure.
But on its own, it's not a terrible jutsu if you just take like an average team and put him in. And you say he does like good damage with it?
Yeah, I mean, depending on the unit that he's going against, you can probably crit for like a little under 1 million, something around there.
Nice. Okay, let's take a look at skill 2. Deals skill 2 damage and boosts attack by 13% for all ally attack shinobi for the rest of the battle. So that's like pretty good for a permanent buff for ally attack shinobi, as long as you have a few. Yeah, not really too much to say though.
Yeah, it's pretty average, nothing crazy.
Okay, let's go to skill 4. Boost damage reduction rate for all ally attack shinobi by 19% for the rest of the battle, and then boost guard rate for all ally attack shinobi by 19% for the rest of the battle. Okay, so this jutsu is going to be one of those that like proc at the beginning and then just applies the buffs permanently and it doesn't happen again without the limit break. And yeah, this definitely requires build around to be more effective. Like if you only have like 2 A units in your team, might not be as useful. Like you could probably replace him at that point. And numbers wise, I think it's like pretty good, but that also begs the question of like, would you rather have a tank doing this buff for your team instead? Like a lot of tanks have damage reduction rate and guard rate boosts that can affect any shinobi, and their numbers can be higher than this, so you have to think about that if you want to use this unit. So how about the limit break? If I recall correctly, it's, yeah, okay. So it also adds on to the fourth skill effect that only applies at the beginning of the battle, and it boosts critical rate and critical suppression rate for all ally attack shinobi permanently. So a little bit more defense plus a little bit of crit. But yeah, I can't say this fourth skill and the LB2 combo is too overpowered or like glaringly powerful in any way.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't really noticed any major difference between using him and say another tank or something along those lines early on. It's really only until jutsus that I start to see noticeable differences.
Yeah. Okay. What about the vitality really quick? I don't remember which one it is. Okay, yeah. I feel like if he had 5k, definitely would have been better. But this one isn't bad. But he might not be able to jutsu like as often in the beginning as you would like on average. So let's go on to the arena battles then. Oh yeah, what server is this, by the way?
It's server 23.
Okay, cool. Good time to see what the other servers like to use. So we see his fourth skill trigger right at the beginning battle, and you shouldn't see it pop up again later. That gives like guard rate and damage reduction rate to attack shinobi. And let's see, for your team I see 4 attack shinobi, I think, so could definitely have more benefits of using him, including Six Tails, who definitely requires protection, even though he dishes out a lot of damage. So that's probably a good idea to use him with. Alright, now we're going to see him use his jutsu. Jutsu animation looks very good though. Okay, so you saw the effects on the bottom. Basically, damage reduction rate and damage increase rate up for the attack shinobi only. And then on the enemy's side, you saw the blue text, which is lowering their damage increase rate and damage reduction rate for defense shinobi only.
Very unfortunate target for him to attack Kid Rudo as.
Yeah, I noticed that part. Not a good showcase for like damage indicators.
Yeah, I have another one as well against someone with a bit of a less tanky team, just to show what he can do against like more fragile opponents.
Yes, so this guy does not have as many tanky units as the other guy did. Oh, and also I think the team is slightly different. So this one has even more A units than the other one did.
Yeah, this one is a bit more A heavy to try and showcase how much he could affect A heavy comp.
All right, let's see. Yeah, that was a lot more damage on a D unit than the other one. And he has a stun, so it's okay if he doesn't completely one-shot someone.
Yeah, I forgot about the stun when testing this, to be honest. Like, didn't even realize he had it until he did it one match.
Yeah, it doesn't like... It's not obvious that it has a stun effect.
Yeah. I'd say more than his damage output himself, I notice more the protection he gives for A units as the match goes on, more than anything else.
Yeah. So I think that might be a better role for him, just for A unit support, because they do need support. Like for example, if you have like a cell with not too many tanks in it, they will need some defense.
Oh yeah, for example, like it also makes the other A units hit way harder as well.
Yeah. Oh, that guy just hit for like 1.3 mil.
Yeah, that's just crazy. So he's only a 4-star too.
Yep. Alright, so hopefully this video showcases the potential for Itachi. Probably will be even better as time goes on and more units are released. And overall, it's definitely a good idea for Bandai to try out creating units that can be used for specific team comps instead of just the general ones where you just pop like the most meta units into one team. So it's definitely better if this game shifts towards building specific teams with a strategy or a theme behind it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.